G'day mates, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the huge teaser we got today about exactly what Daequan and Hamlinz announcement is. They joined NRG, but not only that, because they said that in the video, a lot of people figured that out. But if you go a little bit deeper and you go back to that YouTube channel that I linked yesterday, that the billboards were linking to, you get a massive teaser that I genuinely think is going to be the biggest thing we've seen in content in such a long time. Like, this is genuinely going to change the game and completely cement NRG as the best org. I truly believe it. So I'm going to talk about that at the start of the video. I also want to talk about Tayson's ridiculous performance today, not only in EU, but in the NA East Dreamhack Cash Cup Extra. Tayson's team came first with a world record of over 800 points. And wait until you see what that match history looks like. They are absolutely ridiculous. I also want to talk a little bit about the Cash Cup Extra format because a lot of people, myself included, a little bit underwhelmed. The games really weren't as good as what they should be for the caliber of players in them, being the top 132 teams with money on the line. And I want to talk about how that could be tweaked a little bit and how I think it could be better if they brought back Cash Cup Extra, because this was the last one. I'm going to assume you know almost everything up until this point, or at least you watched yesterday's video, but I'll do a quick summary in case you didn't. Daequan and Hamlinz, two of the biggest content creators to ever touch Fortnite or just Twitch and streaming and YouTube in general, they pretty much completely disappeared. They had their reasons. They both had mental and physical health issues. They stepped away, and a lot of people thought maybe they were stepping away for good. But yesterday, we had some big teasers that they were making some kind of a return. Something was happening. We thought it might be a YouTube exclusive deal. Maybe they're joining an org. And that was exactly it. Everything, all the promotional material they had a bunch of billboards and they had like flyers and stuff all over major cities in America. It led to a YouTube channel, which was a live stream of one of the billboards. I said it didn't look anything too crazy. It seemed a little bit weird. Wasn't really sure what they were going to do with it, but man, did they deliver. This morning for me, when I woke up around midday, for a lot of you NA guys, they had this happen on the live stream. This happened live on stream.
Tomorrow at 1 p.m. we Thooming, baby. We Thooming. Yeah. And we went NRG, baby. Yeah. We returning. Y'all thought we won't coming back? Yeah. Come on, baby. We back. Yes, sir. We in this thing. W game, baby. Get this out of here, man. Out of here.
I don't really need to explain or break down exactly what just happened, but in case you didn't figure out what that was Daequan and Hamlinz wearing balaclavas, a whole bunch of their mates behind them, announcing that they are joining NRG. Like, just ridiculous. NRG is already one of the biggest orgs in the world. They've done so many big things and continue to do so many big things, not just in Fortnite, but outside Fortnite. And then now they announced this, the return of Daequan and Hamlinz. Like, I said in yesterday's video, these are two of the biggest content creators to ever exist, and they basically just completely disappeared, which is almost unheard of. And they came back with the same amount of love and hype what they left with. Like, I would almost say people are more excited now to see them come back, and I think this is super smart by them. They could have just returned on their own and done streams, and it would have still been crazy, massive, and hyped, but doing it this way is even bigger. But that's not even all of it yet. So we did have NRG tweet out tomorrow at 1 p.m. PST, NRG is stooming, and now that's going to be an announcement. You're probably thinking like, Aussie, wasn't that the announcement? Like, they joined NRG, right? No. It is so much more exciting than that. If you now go to the actual page of that YouTube that I linked, because again, all the posts linking to like a Find the Streamer YouTube channel, it has now been rebranded. And in case you missed it, it is the NRG Thoom House. This is an IRL content house with Daequan and Hamlinz. That's my bet. I don't know yet. It could be something different, but I really don't understand how that could be anything different. It also explains why there's so many guys behind them. I guess they're going to be maybe other content creators in their house. Maybe it's their friends. I don't know. But NRG potentially just announced an IRL content house with Daequan and Hamlinz, two of the funniest guys who have created some of the most legendary content on Fortnite or just on social media in general. And a lot of their content wasn't Fortnite specific. It revolved around just them having fun and doing stuff in the house with Myth. Obviously, we have the clip of them dancing with Emad, just some of the best moments ever. And that's going to be now recreated under NRG. Like, I'm so excited to see this. Do I think they're going to come back to Fortnite? Probably not. I'm sad to say it. Let's be honest, Fortnite is just not the way it used to be with content. Unless they've been like hard grinding their mechs behind the scenes, coming back into Fortnite, they're just going to get sweated on. They're going to get stream sniped endlessly. They're probably not going to have a whole lot of fun with it. If anyone can make pubs feel like old Fortnite, it's Daequan and Hamlinz, but I just think, I'm guessing they're probably going to have their priorities somewhere else. I'm guessing they're probably going to try and make content on other games or IRL content. But like I said, I think Daequan and Hamlinz are two of the most unique and interesting content creators who could genuinely make anything funny. Like, I would watch these guys play and do anything. So this is going to be a massive game changer. So NRG is just going above and beyond, not just in Fortnite, but even outside of Fortnite. Obviously, all the NRG Fortnite guys getting super hyped to see this announcement. It looks like genuinely no one knew. Like, it really looks like no one at NRG, except obviously the main guys like Grady and stuff who would have been organizing this, knew about this announcement. Obviously, it was a bit odd at the start because we actually had, you know, Daequan still had his as TSM Daequan and they were still TSM Hamlinz. This has since changed now. That is not their ats anymore. They have completely changed their Twitters and they have put in their bios that they have joined NRG. Daequan is now NRG_Daequan, and I'll just check to see what Hamlinz is NRG_Hamlinz. So super exciting for both of them. I just can't wait to watch the announcement tomorrow. I will actually probably be streaming it as well. I'm normally live around that time anyway, so if you guys want to come get my reaction to it or you want to be able to see the announcement, swing by my stream, or please obviously go to wherever NRG is announcing it. I'm not expecting you to go to my stream over it, but I know a lot of you guys are going to want to get my opinion on it. So NRG hasn't said exactly where it's going to be. They just said 10 p.m. PST. That could be on Hamlin's stream, could be Daequan's stream, could be an NRG official channel. We don't really know yet, but man, I am just so excited for this announcement. Moving on to competitive Fortnite, we had the Dreamhack Cash Cup extras today, and most notably, we had Vino, Tayson, and Riddiman absolutely dominate. They came in first on 846 points, 8 matches, 3 wins, an average elims of 11.38, and an average placement of 8.13. Second place was Wolfies, Marion, and Milan on 672. They had an almost 200 point lead on second. Their match history is absolutely ridiculous. They played so well. 216 elims back to back, a 15 elim, 14 elim sixth, 13 elim second, like just ridiculously good placement. We also had Antics' team in third, we had Benji's team in fourth, Aqua's team in fifth, Kiriachi in sixth, we had DKS in seventh. All the way down, it was a ridiculous performance by all of them, but I want to talk a little bit about that format, that huge difference in points, and obviously, Tayson's team just racked up way more average elims. They had almost double the average elims of second, and they had a better average placement. I am not, by any means, trying to take this placement away from them, but the same feedback has been given by quite a few people in the community. The format is just a little bit too elimination heavy. It's 6 points per elim, which is 9 elims for a victory royale. It did lead to pretty unstacked games, and there was a lot of RNG on whose game you got into because there is no skill-based matchmaking, or at least we thought. Unfortunately, the end of NA East was technically kind of ruined. Pretty much all the top teams not getting into their final game, which we've heard about before, really shifting up the leaderboard. But if you watch the games I did a stream for both of these, there was just a lot of huge discrepancies in games. Some would be like super stacked, active surge, insane lobbies, then some would just be absolutely terrible, and it didn't count on points. Like, I would see Tayson in a game with 600 points versus a guy on 200 points. I know what you're thinking, but Aussie, it's top 132 teams, they're all good. There is a very big difference between Tayson's team and the team in 130th. It's just not that close. I would argue the games are actually better. The quality of the lobby is better in a regular Cash Cup, not the Cash Cup Extra, because of the high skill-based matchmaking. Once you get more points, you verse the better players, and the lobbies are better. There seemed like there was a lot of luck in who got into good lobbies and who got into bad lobbies. Tayson's team was actually getting into a lot of really good lobbies, but just absolutely dominating them, which, again, not taking it away from them. It's just, I feel like for a tournament that's taking the top 132 teams, putting a big prize pool on the line, I would like the games to feel a bit more substantial. And I know I'm not the only one. Again, you guys might absolutely love it. Maybe you love the format. You love watching the pros W key through other pros. Not trying to cover everyone here, but just from my personal opinion and from a lot of the pros in the community, a lot of people in my stream today, the sentiment was very similar. The games probably could have been a lot better. Again, Dreamhack was really receptive to feedback. That's why I want to give the feedback. They changed the earlier rounds of the format for the regular duos Dreamhack to be less elimination heavy. So I'd like to see if they could maybe do the same thing for the Cash Cup Extras, but they might be gone. We might never see the Cash Cup Extras again. This was the last one that we have scheduled for now, and I think a lot of people feel the same though. Like, I love Dreamhack. I think they're a phenomenal company doing awesome things for Fortnite. I just think the duos Dreamhack format is fantastic, and it is a highlight of every season. Seeing who wins Dreamhack is always such a big crowning jewel in the season, where I feel like the Cash Cup Extra feels a bit like, it's a bit of extra money. It's kind of like a cash cup. Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't have that same excitement. I would rather maybe just put that prize pool into duos and just have maybe the duos more frequently, or have the duos feel even more special. Again, I love Fortnite tournaments. I make a living off them, but sometimes I feel like it can be oversaturated, and consolidating them would maybe make it more exciting. Looking at the NA leaderboard, and like I said, not going to try and take away from any of these guys either, but at the very end, there was a lot of teams who didn't get into games, which did really affect the leaderboard. There was an over 10-minute queue to get into the final game, and teams still didn't get in, so that massively affected the leaderboard. And for some reason, some teams did get in on lesser queues, on similar points, despite the fact there's supposed to be no skill-based matchmaking. The only advantage to having no skill-based matchmaking, the games are going to be worse, but at least this kind of thing won't happen where some teams just don't find a game. But still, huge credit to Commandment Centered Edgy, finishing in first on 661 points, only 7 games played, 2 wins, so ridiculous consistency from them. An average placement of 4.14, so half the average placement of Tayson's team, so they really went placement warrior. But obviously only 8.43 average elims a game. When I say only, I mean that's still only 3 less than Tayson's team, so they just didn't really play to the time format as well as what Tayson's team did. And in a regular format, the points would have been way closer. That's why I talk about the format so much. We had Degen, Ages, and Skittles finish in second on 651. This is one of the teams that got a 10-minute queue, so they got a 10-minute queue in their last game, and they still didn't get in, and they still came second. So huge credit to them on 651. Daymir Universe on 640. Aspect's team in 4th. Duke's team in 5th. We had Eomza's team in 7th. Kanada's team in Eomza's team in 6th. Kanada's team in 7th. Another team who didn't get a game. Jampa's team in 8th. Reet's team in 9th. Yes, Reet, Tayson, and Chapix coming in 9th place. 2 EU, 1 NA West. Absolutely ridiculous from them. Tayson even going so far as to tweet out that Reet needs to go to NA East, which a lot of people have that discussion. Oh, could, you know, Reet place on East, on EU or East, or could Arkham, Epic, well, Rex, could the players from other regions? Clearly Tayson, the most, again, I hate this term, but a lot of the cards is the most winningest player, the player who's won the most FNCSs in EU, thinks that Reet should go to East or EU because he's that good. That is a massive compliment to Reet, and should pretty much answer any of the questions of, is Reet just good because he's on NA West? I mean, he's winning cash cups across region at this point. How can you even argue that he wouldn't be good if he was actually playing on that region's ping? So huge props to Reet there. It was a phenomenal tournament to watch for NA as well, because again, the NA games I would say were a little bit more stacked. They were a bit more passive than EU, but still there was a lot of games that didn't even get surge warnings at all. Also, really quickly, yet again, another explanation. You guys keep asking about heats because a lot of people are now talking about them. We did actually get word from in the official Discord from Epic. Again, if you guys don't know, a lot of the pros and community members, such as myself, are in a closed Discord. We did get information today that we are allowed to share that the heats are going to change. At least for EU, they are guaranteed to change. I think there's a good chance NA is going to change. There's been a lot of topic and a lot of talk around cheaters, hackers, people getting banned. As soon as one team gets banned, the whole heat list shifts. So just because there's unofficial heat lists out right now, I'm still not going to make a video. I'm still not going to talk until we get the official list. And it's a bit sad. Like, this is only a few days away. I get why the pros are getting so anxious. They want to know who they're versing, who they're dropping on, what are the drop spots. Like, they're starting to, like, it's literally in less than 3 days. So I know why people are talking about the topic and why a lot of people are focusing on these unofficial lists, hoping they're correct, but I just don't think they're going to be. Alright guys, that does it for another video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please chuck a like on it. Let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts on anything I talked about today. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. It would mean the world to me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.